Hello all, Bold Brendan here, and I'm here today introducing to you the finest team Vikings of this planet, the very first Banner Saga Factions Vigrid Tournament. Now what exactly is this? This is a collection of some of the best players in this game that have all grouped themselves together and decided to duke it out amongst themselves to determine who exactly is the best. The tournament is a round-robin, bracketed-style tournament where there's no real limitations in terms of what we can bring to the table, specifically regarding unit types, initiative orders, or any changes knowing which opponents we're about to face. So now that we know what we've gotten ourselves into, we can jump into our first series of matches here. First up, we got Butters versus 6U5. Now Butters is a Viking hailing from Tokyo, sporting a 3 Bowmaster setup, and 6U5 is a great emerging player to factions who is really presenting an interesting matchup here. So during match 1, Butters was really able to fend off the encroaching Raidmasters along with a punted Warhawk while cleaning up the rest of the team with his maimed archers. In match 2, history repeats itself when Butter emerges victorious here, even after taking a massive Tempest to the dome there, resulting in a 2-0 victory against 6U5. The most important thing we learned here: color coding your team is the first step to victory. Which brings us right into our next matchup, Net Nazgul versus Happy Raccoon. Now, Net Nazgul hails from Belarus in Eastern Europe, while Happy Raccoon is from the west coast of the US. In match 1, Net Nazgul does get to punt a Backbiter into a rank 3 Rank of Arrows, which is pretty sweet, but he can't quite keep up with aggressive warrior endgame that Happy Raccoon brings, resulting in a game 1 loss for Net Nazgul. In match 2, Happy Raccoon follows up with a return appearance of his Varl, particularly his Warhawk, after a big Tempest opens up while going after one of those vulnerable Bowmasters. This ultimately results in Happy Raccoon emerging with a 2-0 victory. Which then brings us right into our next matchup, myself versus Bertez. In this match, I'm able to squeeze out a win, but just barely, while being able to kick off some wonky Malice and Rain of Arrow combos. In match 2, I'm able to pull it off all over again, with a very similar endgame, ultimately resulting in a 2-0 victory against Bertez for me. In our next matchup, we have Eschlier going up against Kledian999. In this one, Eschlier is able to nab an early first victory by basically leaving his archers and Warmaster intact late into the end game and just cleaning house with them. In match 2, Esch was able to win again by basically capitalizing on a ton of turn advantage on nearly fresh archers in the end game. Basically, he just uses them to pound in on a bunch of mained pin cushions that he's kind of worked on in the beginning portion of the match. So Eschlier progresses into week 2 with a 2-0 victory against Kledian999 as well. Unfortunately, our next couple of matches we do not have streams for, but Strange Carrots has went up against Kuba, 2 really good players, and Strange Carrots was able to sneak away with a 2-0 win against him there. Also, we have Dab Hand, who went up against Frank Narf, who is also Ketman on the forums, and Frank Narf has kind of snuck away there, I guess, with a 2-0 win against him, which leaves the only matches that I think are left unplayed for the week as Oh Just Me, who is going to be going up against Hrine Benno, who knows if I pronounced that correctly, and Tyrion versus Blood Addict. So, with that being said, that's all the remaining matches for this week. For those of you that may not know, you can play Banner Saga Factions for free on Steam. And also, if you'd like to get in on the next tournament that rolls around, just follow the link above, and it'll take you to the right place. The matchups we have next week are myself versus Butters. Eschlier will be facing Happy Raccoon. Frakenarf will be going up against Strange Carrots. Net Nazgul will be going up against Kledian999. Kuba versus Dab Hand. And 6U5 versus Bertez. With Oh Just Me, Blood Addict, Tyrion, and Hren Benno to be determined. So hopefully we'll see you then, guys. Later.